spend some time on this next section. You know, there are people who reach natural plateaus. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about plateaus. We're going to talk about revving up our metabolism. But before you actually say you're at a plateau, because I would have said, oh, I'm at a plateau. I'm a plateau. I really think, and then it is benign. You write on there, salad, light dressing, and you show it to your doctor. You say, oh, I'm having the salad and light dressing. And he's like, oh, and I don't know why you're not losing weight. There's a few people in this group, and you know who you are. They're writing down craisins and onion bits. Their logs look like they've eaten for 2 weeks straight, but all they're doing is delineating everything they have. I tried to do that this week, and I'm like, do I really? What? 25 calories for those onion bits? And I was putting like this much on for the 25 calories, but I was putting like this much on when I wasn't paying any attention. Before you think you're at a plateau, really look at what you're doing, because making excuses is easy. It's so easy. We're all busy. We have limited time available. And I wrote down by her, number one, discuss. When you get in small groups, you're going to talk about the excuses. And we always think tomorrow will come. All right, this is Memorial Day, and I'm going to celebrate with my buddies. I'm going to go out with my family, and I'm going to get rip-roaring drunk, and then I'll get it all off on Monday. And then the next day, oh, it's a graduation party. I'm going to really have a good time at this graduation party. Come Monday, I'm going to get back in the saddle. Oh, wait a minute, a wedding? Every week it's something else, isn't it? Between now and September, Bob and I sat there and we went, oh my gosh. We're looking at 30 pounds if we did everything we wanted to do. Because we're, got a kid graduating, a lot of friends, a lot of this. We've got so much going on that if we don't say that we need to cut back here or there, I always say you rob Peter to pay Paul. Okay, macaroni salad, 2 Michelob Ultras. Pick. I would pick the Michelob Ultras because I haven't had any. So you pick what you... No, you guys may say, I don't care about that. I'll pick the macaroni salad. Where you get in trouble is when you pick them both, and then you have 20 Michelob Ultras, and at that point you're eating brownies over in the corner and you think no one's looking. We have to be strong about this. Okay. We also mistakenly think that heart disease, diabetes, and other lifestyle diseases will never happen to us. When I weighed 370 and I had nothing wrong with me, nothing, I'm like, well, I'm healthy. Then I was at that period of time, but we don't think it's going to happen to us. And then it talks here, we have a very, very, very short memory. And we've forgotten how bad we felt the last time we tried to put on our jeans or saw a photo of ourselves. We forget how we feel at the Memorial Day parade on Monday morning when you go to the watchfire the night before and the bands are coming down the street and you're going, oh, that hurts my head, because you've just had too much to drink. And there's a few people in this group that don't drink at all. And there's other people who drink only when there's a party. And there's a lot of people who have a lot of parties. So this is what we need to work on. Also, here's some of the most common weight loss avoidance excuses. Number 2, I want you to discuss. I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm tired. I work too hard. I don't have the time. I have too many other priorities. So many people say it's hard for me to lose weight because I have to have my husband, there's kids, and we use everything else. Nobody wants to help me. It's like we're looking for other people. I'd lose weight, but who's there to help me? Well, we're in a group here. We're all going to help you. I don't get any support at home. Well, now, if your husband or wife is coming home with Godiva chocolates every night, that might not be help. But we have to find the help from ourselves and from God. Here's the big one. I'm injured. There's a lot of us who might have a problem with our bodies. And what do? Or not even you're injured. Maybe your husband's injured. Maybe your husband's sick or your friend's sick. And you think, I need to eat. There's a problem here. I don't feel good. I don't know about you guys, but when I don't feel good and I overeat, I don't feel any better. When I don't feel like exercising, but I do, I always feel better. Always. I'm too upset to care about my health. I do enough exercise at work. Now this is something, like Bob, for example, he must do 15,000, 20,000 steps at work. But he has for 30 years. So his body's like, oh, 15,000, well, whatever, I'm used to this. He has to do something extra. It's not fair, but that's the way it is. His body's used to it. If you're taking a 1.5 mile a day walk, and you do it every day, and you're at a plateau, how about a 3 mile walk a day? Twice, a 1.5 and a 1.5. I can't afford a personal trainer. I can't either. How many times did I say in front of the TV, for Mother's Day, I got those stretchy bands. I got the kind with the handles for the long ones and the short ones. Oh my gosh, me and Alec Trebek every night. I feel better. And they were cheap. Weren't they cheap, Bob, at Walmart? How much?
I don't know exactly, but they were like under $20.
Under $20 for both. And that's a lot cheaper than a personal trainer. I don't know where to start. I've heard people come to this group for a couple of years and they'll say to me, I just don't know what to eat. They honestly say that to me. I'm like, really? Really? Let's take a look at your log. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. You know, we have to really be honest with ourselves. We have to stop. Here's the biggest one. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start Monday. I'll start January 1. I'll start with session 14. I'll start. Overcoming these excuses. How do we overcome them? Well, you know, one of the things with me in this past year and feeling like, poor me, I've tried everything, I've done everything, I was starting to really feel kind of depressed about it. Like, here I am facilitating the group and you know, what kind of a role model am I? I can't get to my goal weight. I'm trying to help other people get to their goal weight and I can't get to mine. But it's not my fault. I've done everything. I've tried so hard. I've worked so hard. I don't snack. I don't have pizza. It's not my fault. And we start looking at things like it's our fault and we want to blame it. We always have to try different things. Read different books, try eating different foods, mixing it up, reassessing our priorities, putting your sneakers on at lunch and going for a walk because the work will be there whether you get up and leave or not. And no one cares. You know, I used to think, I gotta work through lunch, I got so much to do. They don't care. I mean, really, when you look at it, because it's you saying that to yourself. You're saying, I'm so valuable, I can't leave. If I put my sneakers on and go out and lunch, do I come back and they say, you're fired now. You took your lunch hour and you went for a walk? Out of here. It's my lunch hour, half hour. I should make that a priority. Exercising for even 15 minutes a day is better than nothing. So many of you are saying doing nothing. All right, and then planning your meals. And you say, I don't have time to plan. If you don't have time to plan, I had you write down your TV. Peg brought up, Ellen, you should have asked how long are people in front of a computer? And that was a big one. Because I'm probably in front of a computer, all told, at least 6 hours a day. How many other people are in front of a computer a lot during the day? A lot. What do we do to overcompensate that? What do? We have to move more. Also, a dietitian. You know, a lot of people have insurances. Why aren't I saying to my doctor, can you give me a referral to a nutritionist or a dietitian? My insurance covers it. How many people's insurances do you think would cover a dietitian or nutritionist? Did you ever check? Yeah. Well, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I mean, I'm assuming mine does. I'm going to ask. I mean, I don't know it all. None of us know it all. Also, when you're injured. I don't know about you, but when my body hurts or when your arthritis acts up or when you have something going on, how often do we reach for the comfort foods? How often? And I never feel better. We have that short memory. How about when we're a little under the weather, wouldn't it feel good to come in and say, you know, I felt like crap all week, but man, I lost 3 pounds, woo woo. I think that would make you feel, is everyone always happy when they lose weight? I am. Are you happy when you gain weight? I'm not. We need to think, well, why don't I want to be happy? All right, low intensity. You know, I need to start doing the Ellen dance more myself. I just need to move, move, move. And if you're too busy, we need to really take a good look at our lives, even if it's only a couple times a day. Also, hormonal. I do think there's a lot of things that have to do with getting a complete blood work done, having things checked off, take some vitamins. But is it the magic bullet? Are you going to go to the doctor and he's going to say, oh my gosh, Ellen, your thyroid has been bad for years. Here's this pill. Now you're going to weigh, your goal weight. It was always my dream. It never happened. And my sister's like, oh, there's something wrong with my thyroid. I've been waiting for years. And like 6 months later, she goes, I didn't lose any weight. I thought I'd lose weight taking that thyroid pill. It doesn't always work. Also, people think exercise is boring. June 6th, Friday night, we're going to go bowling. I'm going to talk about it again next week. Let's go bowling and see if we can do it without eating and drinking. And I challenge anyone here to beat me bowling. I'm not that good, so it's going to be a very easy challenge. But let's think about it. We're going to talk about it. And somebody else goes, why don't we play bocce ball? I think bocce ball is the perfect sport. You stand there and do the... It's really not a lot of exercise. I always say when I'm at the beach every year, it's because you can hold a beer in one hand and the bocce ball in the other. So you're really not getting a lot of exercise. So bocce ball is good, but only if you run around the block in between throwing the balls, maybe. Also, I can't afford to eat healthy. I can't say enough about the regional market on Sunday morning. I feel like a kid in a candy shop there.
Saturday morning.
I can't say enough about the regional market on Saturday morning. I feel like a kid in a candy shop there. They have fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, and it's so good to get those. And it's not that expensive. Exercise is really hard, and you just don't feel like doing it. But when you don't do it, you don't lose weight, and you're at a plateau. You just need to do it. And if you're already doing it, like I was exercising every day, riding my bike 5 miles. Well, my body's like, you've ridden your bike for 5 miles for 5 years. How about 10 miles? And then I'm like, 10 miles? I don't want to do 10 miles. Are you crazy? And I think we need to do something different if what we're doing isn't working. I might fail. You haven't failed until you give up. Remember, losing weight is not an event. Think positively, stay committed. Don't say I'll start tomorrow. Start today. Dancing. Bob and I went to a wedding Saturday night and we showed some of our moves, didn't we, Bob?
Yes,
People
we
were
did.
like, they really weren't, but in our hearts we thought the whole room was looking at how good we were dancing. Because we really were out there moving. It's fun. Walk the dog. If you don't have a dog, my neighbor across the street's always looking for someone to walk her dog. She'll loan you her dog. Play catch with your grandchildren. One person, and it wasn't the person who thinks they said something about the grandchildren, and I said, don't think I mean you, but one person once said, whenever my grandchildren are over, I eat too much. Well, why don't you go out in the backyard and throw a ball with them? Do something physical with your grandchildren. I like to read this George Bernard Shaw quote because I really love it. I'm going about. People are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, they make them. I'm going to stop right there, Bob.